if I don't get Hopsy, then I'm SMSing them, where are you? Where are you? They said, no, I'm having dinner. I'm in my room. But I said, where are you? We need to meet. So that's where I need to understand that you can only do that once as a coach, and we can only get them ready. And you know, if they're trying to bowl a Yorker and they bowl a full toss and it's pumped into the stands, I look at Hopsy. Hopsy, what is this? He's looking at me. What can I do? But that's good, you know. We worked together for such a long period of time with Praveen. Praveen is the oldest coach of Delhi Capitals. You know, he's been with Delhi more than anybody. And that shows what he has done, as you rightfully said, with Praveen, likes of Shreyas Iyer, Robin Uthappa, and many. And you know, the best conversation we have is on the plane. He exactly sits next to me. If it's a good night, the conversation is a lot sweeter. If we have lost the night before, the conversation gets a bit rough between both of us. This is not happening, that's not happening. But then that's the fun and challenge of being involved in the sport, that you're so involved that you still feel that you're out there with the pads on hitting the ball.
Praveen, your journey?
Because there was 2000, I think Shivaji Park Gymkhana is very, very famous club. It's more than 100 years and they produce more than 15 test cricketers. So then they came to me to start their cricket academy. And I think the best part of that academy was they wanted to promote cricket and without charging any fees from the boys. The club wanted to do that. So I was very excited because the whole idea was who are the talent. We wanted to guide them. And in that first batch only, we got the players like Shardul Thakur, Shreyas Iyer, Harmeet Singh. There are 6 players who played to Ranji Trophy and 2 players played for country. So I think that was really worth going there. And I think then I also understand like it's important to me to update. To be honest, then I done my level 2, level 3 in 2003 in NCA. And from there I understood like coaching is also, it's not just because you are an India player, it's also important to explain why this is happening and why it's not happening. So that's why it's very important to, as a coach, to learn. And I think I give credit to NCA also because we learned there the courses where we understood the biomechanics of cricket, and that really helped me to develop this new generation.
Ricky, is it difficult to...
I haven't been a head coach of a national team. I've been around the Australian team as assistant coach through the 2019 World Cup. But no, I think it's a lot more difficult being a coach of a franchise team because of the different nationalities you have involved. And, a few Australian coaches, a couple of Australian players, a couple of South African players. You can have someone from... We've had New Zealanders, we've had Nepalese, part of our squad over the journey. So, and the hardest part of coaching with a franchise, obviously, is you only get the players together a few days before your first game every season. And when you're trying to create culture around a team, when you haven't got a lot of time with the players, it's really hard to do that. So, and it's also a great challenge when you've got the players here because it's actually really hard to make big skill changes in such a short period of time. You don't want to interfere too much with the players and try and tinker and change things too much because from experience, if you do that, if the player doesn't really understand exactly what you're trying to fix, they can quite often forget what they had in the first place, and then you end up with a mess. So, I make it really clear to the players when I'm here at the IPL with the Delhi Capitals that unless something is really wrong and something technically is glaringly wrong, then I won't say much at all. But if I can notice some big areas that I can make an impact, obviously I'll try and change it. But that limited time with the guys also presents a great challenge. It's a great challenge as a coach. Bringing the players together, creating culture, and then hopefully being good enough to win enough games to qualify for the finals every year.
Sourav, you handle, you are not involved in the game, in the sense you're not playing. So do you feel the pressure more, sitting outside and getting your players to play?
Yeah, I think it's more. And I don't know what Ricky feels, I feel it more because, when I played, I had the bat in my hand to change a game. But here, as much as I mentally want to change a game, I can only change it that much. That's the challenge I have as a coach, and that's why it is. I find it a lot harder, but that's the way it is. It's one way of remaining involved in the game. It's one way of giving back to the game, as Ricky said to me a couple of years ago. This is the only way we can, and that's what it is. But you have to get used to it. You have to find a way to be calm and understand what it brings on the table, and I think that is the challenge. when somebody who's played for so long and performed over a long period of time needs to just take that back seat and say that, it is the players who's going to win you cricket matches.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।